Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Sara, and Pam's away today.
She's at Vienna.
What is going on?
I know.
We can't get the three of us together this week.
Three Musketeers together tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll be together tomorrow.
Yay.
We are covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Give us a listen at lydiamediallc.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. And by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
Well, we are guestless today,
poor
Sara.
babies.
The poor Nordiques. We were supposed to have Kellen Murphy and Tomek Howla in studio today, but I got a text message from Nick Withy, the Nordiques Director of Communications, and he said their car broke down on the way to the studio.
So cold.
So cold.
For that. Those poor little babies.
It was -7 when I hopped in the car this morning.
I got -1.
-1. Well, it's getting warmer.
In
Good.
Pearl, but that was at 4:45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kellen and Tomek are okay. I checked with Nick.
Yeah.
They're fine.
We were ready to hop in the Lydia
right.
Media Mobile and go rescue them.
We'll go pick them up.
We'll get them
the
home.
Nords.
Poor little babies.
But they're fine. They just have an unreliable car, I'm told. So
So cold.
hopefully everything is going to work out for them. They get the car fixed, and they'll be back on the ice this weekend at the Coliseum.
Great.
Nords have won 8 in a row, Sara.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad I can't make it to their games this weekend, but
Yeah, and no one is giving us any credit for breaking that losing streak.
I know. You know what? It was our come to Jesus with them.
Yeah.
I really think it was.
Yeah.
Where you sat across from them and you're like, what the heck's going on, you guys?
What is happening?
And they were like, sorry, Mark, we'll do better.
Yeah.
And then they did.
Yeah, and I haven't seen our names in the paper.
No.
Nope.
No. Well, I did, but not regarding that. Those arrests that we had.
That's right. Yeah. They don't put those online, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
If it's written, it's real. And it's forever on the internet.
That's true. Aw. Let's take a look at some headlines for Wednesday, January 22nd.
The Sun Journal reports that a pair of mental health workers will join Auburn police officers as part of the Project Support You. The initiative began in 2018 and pairs crisis workers with police officers to help treat those suffering from mental health issues and substance use disorder.
The Lewiston Fire Department named Gary Pinot as its new deputy chief. Pinot will lead the Fire Prevention Bureau, which conducts an array of inspections, business license reviews, plan assessments, and other vital functions throughout the city.
The American Red Cross is urging donors to make an appointment to give blood or platelets. This is a challenging time of year to collect blood, as the threat of severe weather can lead to widespread blood drive cancellations. For more information on upcoming blood drives, visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS.
And the Auburn Better Homes and Gardens Masiello Real Estate Group donated 30 snowsuits for kids ages 3 to 5 at Promise Early Education Center. Their annual Christmas program received donated snowsuits and raised about $750.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I love it. Yep. Very cool. Should we talk about the weather? If Pam were here, she would refuse.
I got 2 words for the weather, and they are not safe for podcasting.
Okay, well, we'll just tell everybody it's going to be stupid cold through Saturday. How's that?
That's all you need to know.
Just stupid cold right through Saturday. Put on your snowsuits. Make sure your car is starting. Leave your little bit of water running. Keep the cupboard doors open.
Yep.
Put the socks on your dog. Cold.
Yeah. Do whatever you got to do.
Do what you got to do.
Stay comfy.
For the next few days.
That's right. In sports, the National Baseball Hall of Fame class of 2025 was announced yesterday. It will include Ichiro Suzuki, CC Sabathia, and Billy Wagner.
Well, in hockey, the Bruins will visit the New Jersey Devils tonight at 7.
How you feeling about that one?
I don't know. I mean, I go into every game hopeful.
Yeah.
Halfway through each game, whether they're winning or losing, I'm like, I don't know.
They did okay. Their last game.
Saturday's game was good. They won.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Celtics visit the LA Clippers tonight at 10:30.
Autumn Peterson tallied 20 points and 10 rebounds to lead CMCC women's basketball over New Hampshire Technical Institute 106-28. CM men's basketball will visit Great Bay Community College tonight at 6.
I'm starting to think we should put the CM women's basketball team in the WNBA and see how they do.
Incredible. Yeah.
Like these games aren't even close.
Their scoring is fantastic, but the fact that they keep the other team to a low score tells me their defense is really good too.
Yeah. They are well coached and well on their way to perhaps another national championship.
Get it.
Bates College basketball tips off against UMaine Farmington tonight. Ooh, Sarah.
It's the Bobcats and the Beavers.
It's the Bobcats and the Beavers, and Sarah's rooting for the Beavers.
Gotta vote for the Beavers.
That's where her son goes to school, so
we gotta do it.
The women are away and the men are at home, and both games tip off at 7 p.m.
All right. The Maine Nordiques will host the Philadelphia Rebels on Friday and Saturday. The Maine Nordiques will host the stinking Philadelphia Rebels on Friday and Saturday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The NA3 Nordiques visit the stinking New Jersey Titans on Sunday and Monday.
Man, we got hockey.
That's right.
All that hockey. On our high school scoreboard in boys basketball, it was Oxford Hills over Wyndham 70-65 and Poland over Oak Hill 50-40.
And on the girls' side, it was Oxford Hills over Wyndham 44-37. That's your news, weather, and sports. And right now it is time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for January the 22nd, shall we?
Yes.
Alrighty then. We're going to start off with celebrity chef Guy Fieri. He is 57 years old today.
There's like a whole bunch of debate about how you say his last name.
Fieri?
Fieri. Yeah, Fieri. I like his show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
It's a good one.
It always makes me hungry. It always makes me want to eat food that I know is not good for me, but I do enjoy watching him.
I think I've been in one restaurant that he has reviewed on his show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and you were just there. Not at the restaurant, but in the city, in Manchester.
Oh, what's the
New
restaurant?
Hampshire. It is the Red Arrow Diner.
Oh.
It's been in existence for over 100 years.
No kidding.
Yep. And that location in Manchester, I think, is their flagship.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Red
It is
Arrow Diner.
like you walk in there and it's like going back in time to the 50s.
I love
so cool
places like that. Yeah. Whenever Nick and I travel for comedy, we try to find a diner like that. There's been many times where we have sat in what once was a train car.
Yeah.
At least 3 times we've sat in something that was once a train car.
And that's what this feels like. It's really narrow.
Yeah.
You know, you get your stools all along the counter, and the servers are full of sass.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
One restaurant we were in at the bar, with the stools, and then the kitchen was on the other side of it. So we were in the kitchen watching them make our breakfast, and they turned around from the stove and put our food in front of us. And we're like, whoa, these are the best kind of places.
They are.
They're fun.
Yep. Let's see here. Diane Lane is 60 years old today. Do you remember her?
I feel like I do.
She's been in a bunch of good movies.
She's been in a lot. I'm trying to think of what...
I think the one that earned her the most critical acclaim was Unfaithful in 2002 with Richard Gere.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
She was fantastic in that.
Yeah.
Linda Blair is 66 years old today.
You remember her from that pea soup incident.
I do. Reagan McNeil was her character's name in the classic horror film The Exorcist, which came out in 1973 and is still regarded as perhaps the best horror movie of all time.
It's so scary.
Especially for 73.
It's so scary.
It was, I remember catching bits and pieces of it while my parents were watching it. And I was way too young, but I had to go in the kitchen and get my snacks, and it was on, and I'm like, I peeked around the corner, and I'm like, I want no part of this.
No.
I'm all set. I'm going to go color.
This is too much. I didn't see it until I was a freshman in college, and I was broken.
Yeah.
couldn't even walk back to my dorm room by myself.
It's not easy to sleep after seeing that
so
movie.
Scary.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I did not like it.
Linda Blair is also an activist for the animal rights movement.
Aww.
In 2004, she founded the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation, which is a nonprofit that serves to rehabilitate and adopt rescue animals.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
What a good, kind human she is.
That's right. See, the animals don't know what she did in 1973.
No,
so
they don't remember the pea soup incident.
They're not going to judge her.
They don't.
Rounding out FPBs for January the 22nd is singer Steve Perry of Journey.
Faithfully, na, na, na,
That's the one.
Na, 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 na. Yeah, that's a good one.
76 today is Mr. Perry.
Love it.
He wrote or co-wrote most of Journey's hits. He was a singer for their glory days from 77 to 87 and then came back from 95 to 98. He is a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. As a member of Journey, he was inducted in 2017.
Rightly so.
Yeah, and get this, Sarah, ranked number 76 on Rolling Stone's 100 Greatest Singers of All Time.
76.
That seems low.
Does seem low.
Doesn't it,
have
for
they
Steve
heard
Perry?
Just a small town girl?
Perhaps
living
not.
in a lonely world. No, they don't know that
That's
one?
it? That's all we get?
Just a midnight train going anywhere.
There we go.
That's a pretty good list of birthdays today.
Not bad.
I mean, those are all A-listers right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Guy Fieri.
Even Guy Fieri.
Those are your FPBs for January the 22nd.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Don't miss the January issue of Uncle Andy's Digest, featuring Greater Lewiston Auburn's 30th annual Best Businesses for 2024, plus a Valentine's Day gift guide, events calendar, shout-outs, and plenty of one-liners and jokes guaranteed to put a smile on your face. And be sure to visit UncleAndys.com and enter to win the Sweethearts Contest. You and your sweetie will appear in the February issue and could win a Valentine's Day gift basket. Uncle Andy's Digest, your local guide to, well, just about anything. Well, as we mentioned, the Nordiques couldn't make it in today, but we do want to let you know that the Nords have won 8 in a row.
They sure have.
8 in a row, and they are home at the Colisee this weekend, January 24th and 25th. That is Friday and Saturday. And if you'd like to win tickets to either of those games, you can go to LydiaMediaLLC.com and enter to win. They are playing the stinking Philadelphia Rebels. Then they're on the road for a couple of games against the Rochester Junior Americans, and then they come home for a 7-game homestand.
Yeah, we've got the 7th and 8th, I think, and then the 13th, 14th.
The 7th, then the 13th, 14th.
Okay, nothing on the 8th.
Nothing on the 8th.
That's unusual to just have a single, but...
Yeah, just a one-off against the Northeast Generals on the 7th. And then, so 7 home games in a row for the Nords, which is going to be pretty awesome. This is something we talked about a couple of months ago with the players, where they were on the road seemingly forever. And then this is where it pays off. You know, they're in the home stretch of the season now, and they got a lot of home games. So roll Nords.
They're doing really, really well.
Yeah.
And so in the standings, where are they right now?
They're first.
They're in the first
They are
place
back
spot.
where they belong.
Yeah, they
in
are.
first place, but it's super tight.
There's a couple of points, right?
It's not even that. They are tied with Rochester at 51 points, and Maryland is hanging back in third place
49.
with 49 points.
Yeah, it's
So
close. It is.
It's when it's that close, it's almost like every game's a playoff game.
Yeah.
So
Boy, oh boy.
yeah, go cheer on the Nords at the Colisee this weekend, and don't forget you can enter to win tickets all season long, not just for this weekend's tickets, but all season long. Nords hooked us up.
Yeah. We should also point out that one of the top scorers in the NAL right now is one of our players.
Yeah.
It's he's number 10, but Laurent Trepanier, whose name I butcher every time, but he's in the top 10 scorers for the NAL right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
According to their website. So
We'll trust it.
We'll look at him go. He has 43 points.
And the Nords are ranked, I think they cracked the top 10 again for the North American Hockey League, where they're in 9th place right now.
Wow.
as far as the power rankings go.
Awesome.
So good hockey being played in Lewiston. Mm-hmm. So you were at a shoe show.
Yeah.
What was that all about? I hope you didn't get tied up with anything.
I would have stayed longer, but they gave me the boot.
Oh!
No. So we have a couple of buying seasons. We do our fall buy in the spring, and we do our spring buy in the fall. So I was in Manchester for the BSTA footwear show. That is basically every brand comes together. They show me what they have, and then I pick out what I'm going to put into the stores for the fall of the year that we're in. So I picked out shoes for fall of 2026 while I was away. Yeah, I saw thousands and thousands of shoes this weekend.
3 months ahead? What's
well ahead, yeah. And this is late. Like, I already have, most of my orders were already done. I had appointments Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I probably saw about 22 vendors.
Wow.
And I've already done a bulk of my ordering, so this is like just another this is like another round of it, trying to get it done. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into making sure that everything is just right in the stores. So, yeah.
And you got to hang out in Manch Vegas, New Hampshire.
And it snowed. So Sunday we had casino night.
Ooh, do tell.
So it's right in the hotel, and they gave us, they have a big party to welcome all the retailers, and they serve us a nice dinner, and sometimes there's entertainment, and sometimes there's like games and fun things. So they had like a bar set up, and they had cornhole, and then they had hired casino dealers and set up like a craps table and a blackjack table and a poker table, and they gave us all $1,000 of fun money, fake. Obviously, it's fake money. You don't actually win anything at casino night, but you cash in your fun money for real chips, and you bet at the tables, and then later there was a snowball fight because it snowed. Everybody went outside and had a snowball fight.
Was that a planned activity?
No. Nobody had boots or anything except for like the boot retailers, obviously, were wearing boots, but everybody else was like, but yeah, there's a big snowball fight outside. And
did you partake?
I did not. No.
Okay.
After casino night, I went upstairs and used the gym, and then watched a little television and fell asleep. But I could see the snowball fight from my room, like, because they were out in the mall in front of the hotel, and my room looked right out over it. I was like, guys, you're gonna catch a cold. I'm not even wearing jackets.
Did you have cocoa ready for everyone when they came in?
No. And then Monday, more of the same. Looking at shoes. We went out for a nice dinner at the Foundry in Manchester, which is a beautiful restaurant in an old brick foundry. Had a fantastic custom-made charcuterie board.
Wow.
And I had a delicious dinner and a non-alcoholic Sam Adams.
That's right, because it's still dry January.
Yeah,
well, it's a good thing you weren't here on Monday.
I know. I heard. I kind of wish that I was. I would have broken my dry January for whatever happened.
The only thing that was missing was a bartender.
Oh, man. I'm just wiping it down.
That's right.
I want to be here for that next time.
Yeah, it was fun. We had Jesse in from Ruper's and Rick and Travis from Valley Beverage.
Oh, that's so cool. And then yesterday I missed Danielle Hirsch, huh?
Right.
Yeah,
Ariel Jade.
Ariel Jade.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had a great time with Danielle yesterday, and happy to have you back today.
I'm glad to be back. I'm not excited about how cold it was, to be honest with you. Being away at the show, we don't really leave the hotel. We went out for dinner and then came back. That was the only time I left in like a 48-hour period. So to get in my car yesterday to come home, I was like, what is this? Yeah. It was 50 when I got to the show, and it's 10 now.
It's just stupid.
It got real cold real fast.
Yeah, it's what we have to look forward to for the next few days.
Yes. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Anyway,
well,
so for casino night, are you a gambler? Do you know how to play craps and blackjack and all that?
I know how to play blackjack. I don't really know how to do any of the others all that well. So I watched for a little bit, and then I gave my money to somebody else to play.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't get it.
That's like...
It was really busy, too.
Yeah. When I take my mom to the to Oxford Casino. She loves the slots. She'll spend all
That I
day
can
at the
do.
slots. Yep.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's her jam. And that's how I started. And I'm not much of a gambler either, but I always felt that you had a better chance to win playing the table games because you actually, you're not just sitting there pressing a button.
Sure.
And hoping,
It's not
hoping that
random.
it works out for you.
Yeah.
So I learned how to play blackjack, and I got pretty decent at it, I guess, because I ended up winning a couple of $100 at the blackjack table.
Oh,
but
nice.
I don't.
Do you know when I was about, I want to say 8, my Uncle Doug taught me how to play blackjack when I was 8.
Uncle Doug was setting you up.
Uncle Doug was fun. We played for peppermints.
Were you good back then? Did you win some peppermints?
I really did learn how to play. Like I had, I had a good number of he might have been letting me win. Like, obviously he's the dealer. Like he's like, he can.
He's like, oh, I'll hit on 20. See what happens.
Yeah. Like he could finagle it so I would win. But he was fun Uncle Doug.
That's pretty cool. We used to play cards with my grandmother when she'd come over, and that's all she wanted to do.
Yeah.
She'd show up with a bag full of quarters.
Yeah.
And we'd just play cards for hours.
Oh, see, my Grammy taught me how to play bridge, but that not poker. Is that what you played?
Yeah, there were like 7 different games. So the dealer got to call the game.
Yeah.
And there were like 7 different games that we'd play.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, she taught me how to play bridge, and then she taught me another card game that old people play.
Google old people
Rummy.
card games.
Rummy.
I play Rummy.
Yeah, you're old.
Gin?
We're both old. We're both old.
That's true.
Yeah, but I learned how to play them when I was like in my 20s.
Yeah, you're old.
Yeah, you're old. I haven't played them since I was in my 20s, so
That's
maybe
why
they're
you
not
play
old
Rummy.
people games.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I'm old also.
I stuck with blackjack because I figured it was easy. You just had
Yeah.
2 cards to deal with and maybe more. But
Yeah.
as far as like the Texas Hold'em and
I don't know how to play
I'm all
any
set
of
with
that
all that.
stuff.
I'll watch people play. That's pretty fun.
I think at the last casino night, someone tried to teach me how to play it, and I don't have a lot of patience for intricate games.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's an intricate game, but like I just wasn't in a place where I was ready to receive the information of how to play Texas Hold'em. I don't think.
Gotcha.
I was like, okay, there's a lot of rules here. I'm out.
Not much of a rule gal.
I don't love rules. I'm kind of not into it.
How about I just do what I want?
How about I just go over there? Like, they look like they're having fun,
That's
and
right.
there are no rules.
There seems to be way more fun over there.
They're laughing and having a snowball fight.
Those are my people.
Those are my people.
Locally owned and locally focused, Lydia Media celebrates the heart of the greater Lewiston Auburn area through 2 magazines, Uncle Andy's Digest and LA Metro Magazine, and the new Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast. Each production shines a positive light on local businesses, nonprofits, events, and individuals making a difference in our community. Keep your advertising dollars local and position your business in front of your target audience with Lydia Media. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com.
Do you want to talk about some dogs?
Let's talk about some dogs.
So do you have, it's really cold. Do you have little dog sweaters you put on your dogs?
We do.
Do they wear them with pride, or do they look sullen?
Nugget, not so much. Amber's Amber's like whatever you want to put on her is
She's
fine.
okay.
She's okay.
Yeah. What about
Plus,
socks?
she's really short hair too. She's not built for this weather.
No, she's made for warm weather.
Yep. Nugget, he'll give you a little bit of attitude when you're putting anything on him.
Yeah. Well, he's Nugget.
Yeah. And then he'll go outside and he's fine.
Yeah.
He just...
Do you put socks on them?
No.
No socks.
No socks.
No, that's Duncan's thing. Like, I feel like if I gave him boots, he probably wouldn't like it, but he'd appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because when he went out this morning, it was like he was touching fire with his little paws. He was not having it. But he does like his little sweaters and his sweatshirts. If he's wearing a sweater inside, he does get a little sulky because he's like, I'm inside.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I
inside.
don't need
It's
a sweater.
warm.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was reading an article today. First of all, how do you feel about the term fur baby?
I don't care for it.
I don't care for it either.
It's an animal. It's a dog. It's a cat. Call it what it is.
Call it whatever you want. Yeah. I call myself a pet parent sometimes. I'm a pet parent.
Yeah.
But I don't call him or the cats my fur babies.
Yeah.
That's just a little strange. But
it's not your kid. If it came down to it.
Like if I had a trade one for the, I'd be like,
had to make a decision.
That's my child.
Chances are you're going to take the human.
I'm going to take the human baby that I birthed. For sure. Every time. I love Duncan, but I'm slightly obsessed with my cat, Mabel, as you know. Like, not even slightly obsessed, like fully 100% obsessed with my cat, Mabel. But here's what I learned today in my article that I was reading is that Americans spent $186 billion on their pets in 2023, according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, which most of that money went to food and care for the most popular pet in America, which is the dog.
The dog.
Yeah, the dog. So a lot of people blame the pandemic on that figure because we were so isolated, everybody got a pet, right?
Yep.
So I just thought that was really, really interesting because it jumped up 11% from 2019 to 2023. So that's like directly related,
huge.
right?
Yeah.
That's a lot. But last year, Mars, the candy conglomerate, made 67% of its revenue from pet care.
What?
Yeah, the candy company. It owns a lot of veterinary clinics across the U.S. Mars does.
Amazing.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
And Nestle and Colgate also candy and toothpaste, 20% of their revenue from the pet business. And going back to what you were talking about children versus pets, a lot of people are choosing to not have children.
Yep.
Right? So they're treating their pets as though they are children, like we were just talking about, and providing them with the care that they would provide a human child.
Right.
So they're prioritizing their animals and prioritizing their health and well-being. And so that includes like fresh food versus like, you know, I grew up, we had dogs growing up. We bought Walmart dog food.
Of course.
They were happy. They were fine.
And now it's like people frown on you if you don't cook a meal for your dog.
But that's where we're headed. The farmer's dog, which is a fresh pet dog food, estimates the global pet food market could reach $135 billion by 2020 or 2030.
Yeah.
$135 billion.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then you're talking doggy daycare, right? Because people are doing that. Like we used to just leave our dogs at home.
Right.
We don't do that anymore. Right. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I definitely take very good care of my pets. I prioritize their health to the best that I can. Like I take them to the vet and make sure that they have all their shots and all their updates. And I buy grain-free, poultry-free food for my dog because he licks his paws, which is silly. But I mean, I can't just grab whatever's on the shelf. But man, I don't know if I could ever get that deep into my dogs being like the biggest part of my budget.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
so crazy.
It's getting crazy.
It is. Yeah.
I'm all for feeding your pets well and caring for them and giving them as much love as you can, but it's the terminology I have an issue.
You have a yeah.
Just don't tell me you have a kid at home if he needs rabies shots every couple of years.
Your kid doesn't need rabies shots?
Not anymore. I got one of the 5 years.
You got one of the 5-year shots. Well, here is a staggering number, and I'll leave you with this, and that is that by the end...
Sarah, you're not on stage. I'll leave you with this.
I'll leave this topic. How's that? I'll leave you with this topic. Morgan Stanley...
Give it up for your host.
Give it up for your host, Mark Turcott. Morgan Stanley forecasts that the annual spending in the U.S. alone on pets by the end of the decade will hit $260 billion.
Yeah.
Can you even imagine? $260 billion.
Yep. Wow. It's incredibly expensive to own a pet, especially if they need any kind of surgery.
Oh,
or
true.
You're looking at
that is true.
several $1,000s.
Well, look at Miss Lydia.
Yep.
Needing her hip replaced, and now she's licking her paw, doing crazy things. Yeah. I mean, if I thought about it, every probably 6 weeks, Duncan's food is pretty pricey. And, if you add it up, it's probably a good, by the end of the year, $7,000 to take care of one dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but they are worth it.
Yeah.
Just don't...
I mean...
Sarah, it's Dunky.
I meant by the... Yeah. He is worth it. $7,000, not by the end of the year, by the end of his lifetime. $7,000. I don't know why I said by the end of the year.
$7,000 a year is like if your animal needs any kind of surgery,
right?
Or has any kind of medical issues. That doesn't seem like a very big number.
No, he doesn't cost me a lot
Yeah.
I mean, his food is expensive, but it's not, I don't know, maybe $7,000 to $9,000 by the end of his lifespan.
Yeah.
He's a good boy. He's probably sitting at home wondering where I am. Where's my mom?
I haven't seen her in days. What is going on? I need some attention over here.
While I was gone, Nick let him sleep in my spot on the bed. And when I got into bed last night, I was like, why does it smell like Fritos? Duncan, you need a bath.
Donkey smells like Fritos?
He smells like Fritos. Oh. Yeah. His little I have a little song I sing. Oh. That's embarrassing.
Oh, come on.
His feet smell like Fritos, so I'll sing Frito Feet. I don't want your Frito feet if you ain't got no taco meat.
Oh, my.
Frito Feet. I don't want your Frito feet unless you got some taco meat.
All right. I may have a new favorite song.
Your dog's feet don't smell like Fritos?
I never made it a point to smell my dog's feet.
It's only in the wintertime, and I think because it's salty, but his feet smell like Fritos.
Okay. All right.
Frito Feet. I don't want your Frito feet unless you got some taco meat.
That is it for us, folks. Have yourselves a great Wednesday. Try to stay warm out there.
Yes, please.
Thanks to our sponsors, Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and United Piping. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.